been on a real airplane before, and I gotta tell you, it was really great. Except that I had to sit between two large Albanian women with excruciatingly severe body odor, and the little kid in the back of me kept throwing up the whole time. The flight attendant ran out of Dr. Pepper and salted peanuts. The Insight movie was Biodome with Polly Shore.
Oh.
And three of the airplane engines burned out, and we went into a tailspin and crashed into a hillside, and the plane exploded in a giant fireball, and everybody died. Except for me. You know why? Because they had my tray table up, and my seat back in the full upright position. So I crawled from the twisted burning wreckage. I crawled on my hands and knees for 3 full days, dragging along my big leather suitcase and my garment bag and my 10-inch saxophone and my 12-pound bowling ball and my lucky autograph glow-in-the-dark snorkel. So finally I arrived at the world-famous Albuquerque Holiday Inn, where the towels are oh so fluffy, and you can eat your soup right out of the ashtrays if you wanna. It's okay, they're clean. So I checked into my room and I turned down the AC and I turned on the Spectrovision, and I'm just about to eat that little mint on my pillow that I love so very, very much, and suddenly there's a knock on the door. Well, now who could that be? I say, who is it? No answer. Who is it? There's no answer. Who is it? They're not saying anything. So finally I go over and I open the door, and it's just as I suspected. It's some big fat hermaphrodite with a flock of seagulls haircut and only one nostril. Oh man, I hate it when I'm right. So anyway, he burst in my room and he grabbed my lucky snorkel. I'm like, hey, you can't have that. That snorkel's been just like a snorkel to me. And he's like, tough. And I'm like, give it. And he's like, make me. And I'm like, okay. So I grabbed his leg, he grabbed my esophagus, and he bit off his ear and he chewed off my eyebrow. And I took out his appendix and he gave me a colonic irrigation. Yes, indeed, you better believe it. And somehow in the middle of it all, the phone got knocked off the hook. And 20 seconds later, I heard a familiar voice. You want to know what it said? I'll tell you what it said. It said, if you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial operator in Albuquerque. Anyway, to make a long story short, he got away with my snorkel. So I made a solemn vow right then and there that I would not rest. I would not sleep for an instant until this one-nostriled man was brought to justice. But first I decided to buy some donuts. So I got in my car and I drove over to the donut shops and I walked on up to the guy behind the counter and he said, yeah, what do you want? I said, you got any glazed donuts? He said, no, we're out of glazed donuts. I said, you got any jelly donuts? He said, no, we're out of jelly donuts. I said, you got any Bavarian cream-filled donuts? He said, no, we're out of Bavarian cream-filled donuts. I said, okay, well, you got any cinnamon rolls? He said, no, we're out of cinnamon rolls. I said, you got any bear claws? He said, wait a minute, I'll go check. No, we're out of bear claws. I said, well, in that case, what do you have? What do you have? He said, all I got right now is this box, 1 dozen starving crazed weasels. I said, okay, I'll take that. So he hands me the box and I open up the lid and the weasels jump out and they immediately latch onto my face and start biting me all over. Oh man, I was just going nuts. Oh, they were tearing me apart. It was just about that time that a little ditty started going through my head. I believe it went a little something like this. Ah, get him off me! Get him off me! Oh my God! Get him off! Ah! I ran out in the street with these flesh-eating weasels all over my face, waving my arms and just running like a constipated wiener dog. And as luck would have it, that's exactly when I ran into the girl of my dreams. Her name was Zelda. She was a calligraphy enthusiast with a slate overnight and hair the color of strained peaches. I remember the very first thing she said to me. She said, hey, you got weasels on your face.